Thank you, Mr. Chair. Let me first thank the Senate Committee on Health, chaired by Senator Go, for unearthing this particular scheme. Secondly, I'd like to thank Senator Rapi Tulfo for exposing this during the last hearing. And as you very well know, when I did a little investigation, I have found that what your allegations have been saying in the last hearing were true. Hence, I issued immediately the administrative order reminding yung
Hindi
sagot
yung
dun
kayo
sa
lang
tanong
po
nyo.
nakakaalam noon.
Mr. Chair, yan po yung sagot sa tanong nyo kung bakit may mga branded sa public hospitals. Kasi ibig sabihin nun, baka previously, the previous year, yung supplier hindi maganda. Yung, hindi lang po sa mga iniinom na gamot, sometimes sa anesthetics, may nakikitang ganito. Tinurok, hindi nagka-anesthesia. So, the next year, hindi nabibili nun. So, for safety, kung minsan bumibili po yung public hospital noong branded. So, yan
Doc,
po ang...
Pwede makasingit? I'm not saying you're lying, pero I'm saying na half-truth yung mga sinasabi ninyo. I'll tell you why. Bakit piniprefer yung branded sa mga ospital, sa mga pharmacy, bakit inireseta. Kasi nga po, may tinatawag na junket. Alam niyo po yon. Yung mga doktor, gino-good time ng mga pharmaceutical companies sa mga seminar, sa abroad, schooling, free airfare, business class, hotel accommodation, food, entertainment, etc., etc. And we're talking about the millions of pesos or even dollars. Now, syempre, ito mga pharmaceutical companies, hindi ito manlilibre, mag-good time ng mga doktor nang walang kapalit. What's in it for us? You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Ganun po yun. Kaya itong mga doktor, magre-reseta sila ng mga branded kasi yun ang nag-good time sa kanila. Yung generic na hindi nag-good time sa kanila, hindi nila reseta. You follow me, Doc, sir?
Meron po tayong tinatawag na...
And that's unethical, right?
Meron po tayong tinatawag, Mr. Chair, na Mexico Protocol, and the Philippines follows this professionally. All professional organizations are supposed to not accept yung ganitong gifts from the pharmaceutical industry based on the Mexico Protocol. At tayo po ay signatory and all professionals are expected to do so. Kung meron pong makitaan na ganitong halaman, kinakasuhan po yung pharmaceutical company at pine-penalize sila. So meron silang penalty from their own association, the Philippine Association of Pharmaceutical Industry. So nagse-self-police sila dyan among them. Pagka may nagja-junket, yung junket po nung araw, kasi since we have accepted
Doc, sorry,
Mexico
hindi ko na matiis po. Doc, were you born yesterday?
Hindi po, alam ko yan, nangyayari yung junket nung araw. Pero sinasabi ko
No,
po
Doc, ngayon nangyayari. You want me to prove?
Pero kasuhan natin sila, sir. So meron tayong avenue to file cases against these people with the pharmaceutical industry, lalo na yung mga pharmaceutical na gumagawa ng mga gifts. Gifts like this should be declared as donations to the hospital or donations or grants to educational institutions. So kung junket siya, pwedeng kasuhan yung cases ng mga...
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Let me first thank the Senate Committee on Health, chaired by Senator Go, for unearthing this particular scheme. Secondly, I'd like to thank Senator Rapi Tulfo for exposing this during the last hearing. And as you very well know, when I did a little investigation, I have found that what your allegations have been saying in the last hearing were true. Hence, I issued immediately the administrative order reminding all government physicians about generics and everything. So I'd like to remind I would like to expose to the committee some certain things about the generics law, that generics law RA 6675, which was passed decades ago. And this required all physicians to prescribe generics. This is by law.
Mr. Chair, makasingit. Maraming salamat sa iyo, Secretary Ted Herbosa, sa pag-amin na yung mga sinabi ko nung last hearing ay totoo. And that's very important to me na para alam natin ngayon na meron talagang nangyaring kababalagahan sa medical community na ito yung dahilan kung bakit yung nag-hearing para maayos yung problema yon and we can pass legislation upang ma-address yung samot-saring problema. Now, Mr. Chair, I will submit to this committee the list of doctors involved in the MLM scheme subject to verification. Marami po ito. Kung babasahin ko ito isa-isa, baka hanggang mamayang gabi tayo. But we have to investigate this and file appropriate charges if need be kung talagang sila involved. Although may mga kopya ko ng cheque na in-issue ng Belkens sa mga doktor na involved dito sa scheme. And then also itong sa Security Exchange Commission. But mamaya, just mention some names, a few of them, na pasok di na diin sa scheme na ito. Pwede ako magtanong, Mr. Chair? Isa lang?
Sa kay DOH. Go ahead, sir.
Dalawa actually, kay Secretary Erbosa. Secretary Erbosa, hindi lang ba nalaman na merong ganitong klaseng scheme after my expose? O alam niyo na ito way before because you've been a practicing doctor before you became a Secretary of the DOH. Am I right, sir?
Ang alam trips to foreign conferences and probably meals in expensive restaurants. But itong scheme wherein subscription is counted and a quota is made, yung multi-level marketing, ngayon ko lang nalaman na may ganung multi-level marketing. And ngayon ko lang nalaman na ganun ka exorbitant yung mga gifts from expensive to luxury cars.
Okay. Granting ngayon lang po nalaman na meron palang ganitong klaseng scheme. Ngayon alam nyo na yung plan ninyo, sir.
So nakausap ko na po ang FDA at pinaimbestigahan ko na ang pharmacies that kind of scheme kasi they are violating the Mexico Principle, which their CPR and their licensed PCP president si Rontin Solante para i-remind din lahat at nag-issue rin siya. So kumakausap naman ako dun sa mga mabubuting doktor natin na mga opisyal sa kanilang mga society para tulungan ako para dito tulungan tayo Senator Tul para makita ang punot dulo nitong problemang ito.
Thank you.
Yan po.